What's good, everybody? It's me, the Unweeb here, with my first ever waifu plot tier list. If you have not already, you can see these lovely waifus, beautiful characters here. You can see them, and we also have this very iconic tier list, which has become a trend on YouTube now. So we'll be doing it because I feel like it. And yeah, so as you can see, we have some incredible, very beautiful people in here, and we also have some of this. Anyhow, starting off, let's just get into this tier list right now. Let's just go. First things first, let's start with the trash, and let's throw it out. We'll be throwing out this trash, this Sakura trash, garbage waifu, into the trash bin at E tier. Get out of here. Absolutely bad. You see that? That's where she belongs, right there. Right at E tier. In fact, a little lower than E tier. Right there. That's your home now, forever. You're never leaving. Next, let's get into someone a little bit more high quality. Let's not get into too high, too grade A beef after that. Sakura. Gosh. We're going to do, let's see here. Let's pick a lovely waifu. We'll go with Misa from Death Note, who, as you can see here, is just lovely in her own right. And you see, the thing about Misa that makes her a decent character is her obsession over light. She's a really good yandere type character, and I would say that she's at least in between B and C tier. So she's I'm gonna round her down to a C tier, because unlike Sakura over here, who just does nothing, not any good character moments really, besides cutting her hair that one time, and I guess the Ino and Sakura fight. Because when everyone talks about Naruto, when people talk about Naruto, oh yeah, they're talking about the Ino versus Sakura fight. It's all about the Ino versus Sakura fight. Sasuke and Naruto Final Valley Part 2? No. Sakura versus Ino during the Chunin exams, that's where it's at. Moving on from Misa, we're going to get into Midnight from My Hero Academia, or MHA if you already know. Her ability is that she has a smoke, as you can see, that comes out of her body that basically makes people fall asleep, and basically it's horny juice. So we're going to take her and stick her at a nice, solid B tier. Definitely a B tier waifu, only because, you see, her personality, when for example, Hinata and Sarah were going after her together, she was kind of jealous, actually, that Mineta trying to escape, and she got all pissed off about it. Definitely solid B tier, nothing too special, kind of basic, a little bit, but much better than this. But everything is. Anyhow, moving on to someone that's not from an anime. You know her, you live in her. We got Earth-chan. If you don't know who Earth-chan is, are you really alive? Let's be honest here. Earth-chan is definitely great. If we did not have Earth-chan, we wouldn't be living. I'm also going to stick Earth-chan at a solid B tier. Very good, very good. Definitely proud. Proud to live on Earth. When flat earthers say that Earth's not flat, I'm just saying, I don't know what to tell you. That's just how it is. Anyhow, after we just disproved those flat earthers, let's get into someone else who's not flat. We got Nami from One Piece. You can see. Lovely character, lovely girl, great, loves money and lots of things. I'm a sticker around, I think she's around Misa level. I think you can see she's definitely a decent waifu, good tier. I'd say her and Misa are about equivalent, pretty good. Stick her out there. And now that we've gone through some of the lower tier characters, of course, besides Earth-chan, I think it's time that we pull out one of the big players from the start. Lord Nuxnor. God, when you look at this face, do you not want to just love Lord Nuxnor? If you do not love and praise Lord Nuxnor, are you really living? That's a good question, and I think the answer to that's no. This is definitely at least an S tier. Lord Nuxnor has to be S tier. Clearly, look at him. Look at that beautiful smile. It's so gorgeous. Anyhow, let's get back to the tier list. This is going to be a little bit of a lower quality waifu. I don't know. You guys might have heard of her. 02 from Darling in the Franxx. I don't know. She's got a lot of assets. Good stuff. Good character going on. Lots of good character. Good character. We're gonna stick her at an A tier. Definitely, I'd say a solid A tier. Good spot. Moving on from there, we're going to go into something a little more recent. With Attack on Titan Season 4 dropping, we had to include Mikasa Ackerman. If you guys do not know who Mikasa is, then Casa is not Mikasa, but I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, okay? It's cringe. Mikasa, definitely a A-tier wife as well. Gotta stick that A-tier, you know. Next, we're going to be getting into a bit of another character who is on this list, and that would be Yuwigahama from Origairu. If you don't know who this is, basically, Origairu is a good slice of life show. It's good. Character-wise, like if we're talking about her as a character, definitely got to be A and B tier. But as a waifu for this list, I got to put her down in a D tier. I don't know. She's one of those tsundere types that she's still better than Sakura. Her character development's way better than Sakura. You know, actually, no, not a D tier. We're going to put it in between a C and a D tier. I liked Yugioh, but I don't think she's as high tier as Earth-chan or Mikasa, you know. But she's decent. Definitely not that. Anyhow, moving on from there, we have Lucy Hart Filia from Fairy Tail. You know, there we go. Lucy Hart Filia, pretty important character. Allegedly the main protagonist of Fairy Tail. That's what Hiro Mashima says, but who knows. We're going to stick her at a solid in between a B and a C tier. Like around here. I'd say that's pretty accurate. Nothing too special, you know. You can see we got a lot of like normal tier waifus kind of congregating around the B area. That's to be expected when your bar for S tier is Lord Nuxenor. I don't know if anyone will even be able to get above Lord Nuxenor when it comes to this godly tier list of Nux. Anyhow, enough sucking Nux's thick, meaty plot, and let's get into this and pick another character. Here we have two sister combos. We'll be grading them both separately. We have Ryuko from the PogChamp from Kill la Kill. And definitely, on a personal note, A tier at least. Gotta be an A tier. Gotta be an A tier character right there. If you guys have watched Kill la Kill, which I recommend, it's a great show. Good times. Lots of fun stuff going on there. Good waifu. Satsuki, on the other hand, she's all edgy. Definitely not A tier. I'd have to put her down here at the B tier. A little bit more average than Ryuko. You know, she doesn't really got anything that special. Character-wise, kind of basic, you know. Nothing that interesting. Amelia. I think we already know that Amelia goes up here. You know, like, just casual above even unlimited power. I mean, if you pick Amelia, it can only be Amelia. Because if you're not Amelia, then you're just not Amelia, you know? And to be honest, Amelia herself is just such a big meme that she has to go at least to be honest, at least by Lord Nuxenor. Like, I think that's a pretty good comparison. Amelia Tan from Subaru's Simpage is just, you know, that's just how it is. So, you know, Amelia's got to be an S tier. Who's this? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I think we're just gonna... Bye. Anyhow, we got Rom from ReZero as well, like I was saying. Basically, it's Rom. Definitely a decent character. We're going to put her down at in between the C and B tier lines again. You can notice the congregation. We don't really have many D or E tier characters here. But then we're going to move on to our next waifu immediately. We have, from the Spongebob anime, as you can see, the squirrel character. And I don't know her name. So if that's not enough to tell you, it's Cindy. By the way, I did know it. Not enough character development, to be honest. Like, Narmak, what are you doing? Can you get more Cindy? Like, we need more of development between Cindy and Spongebob. So definitely a D tier for now until we get more development. Cindy's just not a good character at this point. We have nothing on her, no backstory, no lore. She's not really that interesting. Her art style, really not that intriguing itself. Moving on, now we've done Yugioh, we have Yuki Noze from Origairu as well. Yuki Noze is basically top tier waifu as well. Gotta be at least in between the B and A tier. Not as good as Ryuko or Mikasa, but like, she definitely has her faults as well. So that's why I'm saying an A or B tier is probably the best spot for her, to be honest. So moving on from that, this is Inaba If you guys know who Inaba is, then there's no introduction to be said. Inaba is going to be probably one of the few characters who has earned the spot.
What, where is my big cock daddy speedo wagon? If he is not on this list, you dumb fucking that one weeb, I'll unsub all 10,000 of my alt accounts, then laugh as you cry like Sakura, you useless what if poopy head. Now back to the video.
Is S tier. And there's nothing else that needs to be said about Inaba, so yeah. Enough from that. Now we have... Who put... We got Nezuko, apparently. You, honey, you're gonna go this way, okay? We're gonna just like put you over here somewhere. We're just gonna put you back. You know, you stay down here, safe, away from the plot. There you go. That's good. All right, next actual tier. Here we go. Next tier, we got Dragon Maid Toru from Dragon Maid Miss Kobashi. She's kind of kinky. She tries to make Miss Kobayashi eat her tail, which in every food that she makes, if you watch the anime, kind of annoys her. I'd say that this is going to be another C tier. Toru herself is kind of basic. She doesn't really have that many goals, character-wise. Not too deep as well. I'd say belongs down there. And, you know, just how it is. Moving on. Anyhow, moving. You didn't ignore that. We got Tsukasa from Fly Me to the Moon, Tonikawa. If you guys have not watched the anime, it's pretty wholesome. It's on a married couple. She's pretty basic, though. I'm going to throw her in the D tier. Not too much said, but she's got a good mystery about her. Good character. Definitely a good character, but Earth-chan, and she's not a B tier, and she definitely isn't a C tier. For example, like all these characters here have some major developments to their character at some point. With her, she hasn't really had any yet, besides saying that she loves NASA, which is her husband, which is pretty much it. Now, let's get into Inaba from, as you can see, from Umaru-chan. So, I'd say Ebina, pretty good waifu. We're going to stick her in the... I'd say... I'm going to put her in A tier, actually. Inaba is one of the best slice of life waifus you can get access to. So I would say good tier. If you're feeling hungry, her whole thing, her personality is she has her Oni-chan, and then she also has she's from Akita, the Akita region. So she's like a country girl. So that's her whole thing that she got going on. Next, waifu. Here we got Raftalia. Of course, from Shield Hero. I'd say B tier. Nice middle. Not S tier, definitely not. And definitely not an A tier, you know. Just doesn't really work like that. I don't think that should be how it is. You know, so I'd say a solid B tier. She has some good character development, you know, lots of good stuff. But as a character, you know, actually I don't yeah. I think she's mid A to B tier. I'd say that's pretty common. Next waifu, we have here one of the OGs, Bulma from Dragon Ball Z. You know her, you love her, you hate her. And to be honest, this is probably gonna be one of the harder spots to pick. Where will I put her? I'm thinking that Bulma has to be at least A to S tier. Yeah, definitely an A to S tier. And the same goes with Hinata. The two are kind of like a package. You got Naruto and you got Goku, and you know this Dragon Ball and Naruto kind of go hand in hand. Hinata, great character as well, good waifu, definitely an A/S tier, but still not as good as Lord Nuxanor or Amelia or Inaba. But you know they belong here together. Moving on, we got back on Attack on Titan. Historia Rice, the heir to the throne, the queen of the walls. And to be honest, I think she's actually a little bit higher than Mikasa in some cases, because Mikasa hasn't really had that much character development compared to her. And to be honest, like, I don't know. I feel like she could even be S tier, to be honest, but I feel like that's a bit of a cop out. So we're gonna keep her at A tier, around equal with Mikasa, since each of the shippers on each side would probably have my head if I...
No, stop, no, that one weeb, you idiot. Mikasa is a top tier waifu, you dumb fuck. Put her higher than Historia, or I will beat that ass like it's a goddamn punching bag. Now get back to recording or it's no meals for 3 days, you smooth brain dumb looking gum see hag.
Anyhow, Mikasa's is definitely better than her. Moving on, we have Zaki Chan from Zaki Chan Wants to Hang Out, and Sugoi Dekai. I think we already know that she belongs clearly at S tier. Gosh, if you do not watch Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, then clearly S tier. I mean, if you have not seen the way that she made Twitter just rage, then that in itself is just enough. And as you can see, I've been saving some of the best waifus here for last. We've got Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Sins. We're probably going to put her down here at D tier. Best waifus for last, right? Anyhow, see, she's kind of like a sim for Meliodas, you know? She just follows him everywhere. Whenever he goes somewhere, she's like, Sir Meliodas, let me come with you. And, you know, she doesn't really do much for most of the seasons until she unlocks her goddess powers. So I would say she's a DC tier. This is going to be a DC tier. Now, here we are with Hestia is Bestia. Hestia is Bestia is clearly an S tier waifu. If you have not seen an S tier waifu before, then you will not know who Hestia is. Hestia from Danmachi is one of the best waifus you'll find, and clearly definitely is the OTP ship. I don't know. Anyhow, a last one from Danmachi. Here we got Ainz from Danmachi, which is Belle's main love interest. As a character, she's really bad, actually, and I'm going to put her in E tier. And some of you might hate that, but I actually prefer, I don't know if you could tell, but Hestia's Bestia. Ainz is okay. Ainz is fine, but, you know, nothing to write home about. She's not garbage yet, so she's fine. She's an E tier, you know, just meh. And then next here we have the quartet of the Konosuba girls. We have, starting off here, Aqua. Aqua is a thirsty girl. As you can see, she is the goddess of water, and somehow she still cannot quench that thirst. And because of that, you can see she does party tricks, and in Konosuba is definitely the thirstiest of the bunch. We would definitely want to put her around maybe a solid A to B tier. Let's put her around here. And I know you might be thinking, why is Darkness not as thirsty as Aqua? And you might be thinking about why. But if you think about it, it's deep character lore that Darkness at a young age had prepared herself mentally to be ready to fight the Demon King in order to avenge the people, the human race. And Darkness as a character, she learned to be Ludu in order to fight against him, clearly, and in order to withstand the dungeon's trials that she might face against any type of torture, she had to prepare herself mentally and physically. So definitely above Aqua. Solid A tier, I think. Good stuff. Wiz, yes, Wiz. If you've watched Konosuba, you'll know Wiz. Wiz is literally the only person who is famous for being a corpse besides Corpse himself, and that's saying something. Definitely an S tier, one of the highest waifus you can get in an isekai. Almost put her above Hinata there for a sec, not even bad. So we're going to put Wiz right there in the S tier. Right now we can see we've got pretty diverse, leaning definitely upwards with some higher tier waifus. We've got, of course, Lord Nexenor, Amelia, Inaba, some Uzaki, Hestia, Bestia, a little bit of these two sticking in the S tier, and then Wiz, which definitely deserved. And now, as you can see, we have two of the best waifus left. And to be honest, this is where it gets real tough. And this is where you need to... What? We have another waifu? Oh, I stand corrected. We have a third one. If you haven't met her, then you haven't lived. This is Naruto, people. True Naruto here in some Naruto fashion. And I'm not going to lie. I think this Naruto might... I don't know. But, she's still better than Sakura. So we're going to stick it at, maybe, I don't know. I might have to go with like a C tier or something. I don't know. Definitely not the best waifu, but female Naruto transformation jutsu, not bad. And now, as I stand corrected, we are finally back with the last two waifus. Here we have Megumi from Konosuba, the last Konosuba girl. And as you already expected, it's going to be one of those mid-tier ones. unlimited power, and S tier. This just can't be outbeaten. Megumin's explosion magic is so powerful that she just launched herself in between S and unlimited power. And finally, the best waifu on this entire tier list is Gigguk. Yes, you might be wondering, why Gigguk? And the thing is, Gigguk is just such a beautiful lad. Like, look at this man. And he is clearly one of the best waifus. And if you disagree, you have something going on. And that's why Gigguk is clearly the #1 waifu. Thank you guys for coming to my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys...
Huh. You thought this was the end of the tier list? Well, you fell for it. Don't tell weeb, but here is the hidden tier above unlimited power. Anyway, make sure to like and sub to that one weeb if you like this.
If you guys want to see more tier lists or anything from me, make sure to let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.